I'm just curious to hear, Pranita got to talk a little bit about the groundbreaking the other day, but what are people saying? What are you hearing? What are people wondering about?
I think it'll be nice for people that want to live on campus, or maybe providing, an affordable option. That's a big thing when you're living off of loans. Or
I think graduate students were the prime movers for requesting
Yes, that's right.
alternative accommodation, because many of them are coming from outside the country.
Couldn't imagine what it would be like for someone who didn't know the area and did not know what renting here would be like.
What is it about UNMC that made you say, that's where I need to be, that's where my training's gonna happen?
It's great culture. I knew faculty already being at UNO who were really helpful and willing to work with individual students. The small campus feel of Nebraska is really attractive to students, where they can get individualized attention. And I've heard that from others as well. And then on top of that, a lot of our students are Nebraskans and want to serve Nebraska. So what better place to do that than a place that already serves Nebraska?
Ali, Daniel, Pranita, thank you so much. It's been great talking to all of you, and just exciting to know that we have such extraordinary students here, and I think the future of our alumni is in very good hands. Well, Phil, I really enjoyed that conversation with the students. I mean, I'm always energized to see what's motivating them, why they chose to come here, and all the different talents and skills they've brought to UNMC, and each one of them is so different.
Yeah, and super exciting to hear kind of their journey of what brought them here, but then also, we get into these, kind of general thoughts on students that are coming to study pharmacy or medicine or any of the other disciplines we offer. But then as they kind of uncover it and peel that onion apart to discover what area of specialty they're going to pursue is really exciting.
In addition to being the Associate Vice Chancellor for Student Success, you also get to advise the Student Senate. So tell me more about that. What do you do with them?
Each year is so different as I get to know kind of the leadership group, but also maybe the elements that they've campaigned on, of what they've identified as the things their peers care most about, where they think they can make a difference. And it's the finding and striking that right balance of when to push them, to maybe identify some certain things that they may be able to make a huge difference, and when to give them space to identify and operate and discover. It's that process still of allowing them to stub their toe every once in a while.
I view students, the student leaders in particular, as our partners. And I think it's important for students to know that they can actually, by getting involved, make a difference, not just for themselves, but for generations of students to come. So actually, I heard recently that you got a national award, Phil.
I did.
Pillars of the Profession. That's quite an award. So tell us more about that.
Really cool to be recognized, but instantly made me think of just how many people have poured into me to allow me to learn sometimes some really hard lessons, but also all of the amazing folks that have come alongside, that I've had the opportunity to work with, to work for, who've given me the space to work with students to make things happen, and hopefully help them be a part of leaving the institution better than what they found it.
What are your 3 to 5 big ideas of what you see we could really make a difference with our student body?
Our focus is always on helping our students thrive into, throughout, and beyond the learner experience that they have here at UNMC. So we put a lot of energy into that, of refining what we do in onboarding and then in new student orientation. Always room for improvement, so we continue to do that. We know they've got to be ready to do so much more than simply the art or discipline that they've studied in their specific health profession. Maybe a third thing that I mentioned is just the continued work, not only in the pathway programs, but our ability to reach well beyond Omaha and have an even greater and greater impact across the state of Nebraska to make a difference for the state, the workforce needs. Super excited about the opportunities we have to be involved in Kearney with the expansion and adding additional programs out there, opportunity to make impact with additional student services, growing our counseling team, figuring out how to manage events, a lot of different things, so that experience in Kearney rivals the experience that students have here in Omaha.
Well, Phil, thank you so much for joining me on this Campus Spotlight. It's been fun chatting with you, and I look forward to many more years of continue to build our experiences for our students here on campus. So
Thank you. Appreciate your trust.
And thank you for joining us in this episode of the Campus Spotlight. See you around campus.